Hi ladies, I'm back. I finished doing all of the flowers. Excuse me. And I also made some changes to the Marie image. I just decided that the gold with the bling just wasn't fitting in with the rest of what was turning into kind of a flower theme. So I added some more roses, and I had these little star buttons in my stash, and of course the flowers. And on here I added some pieces of cheesecloth and some other little flowers just to kind of fill it out a little bit. Same thing here on all of them, just little flowers, just to kind of finish off the whole theme so that it was just kind of a flowery jar with Marie. So now I want to show you what I'm doing with the lid. And I have a couple of things here that I made this flower using some of the materials from Creating with Details, some of the flat back pearls. This is one of the chiffon rosettes, some cheesecloth, and different trims. So this is the netting that I cut off of the trim right here on this. So this I'm going to use to wrap around the top of the lid, and you'll see why in just a second. Excuse me. I have this, I don't know what it is, this cough, tickle, whatever's going on with me today, but I wish it would quit. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I just put a little bit of glue, and I'm just going to wrap this all the way around the jar, just kind of twisting, just to give it that little fullness. Let me go back and twist it some more. This is what I mean about, when you cut things off, you can always find another use for them. You just never know what it might be. So I'm just kind of twisting and gluing as I go around, just to kind of give it that fullness. And I'm just going to keep wrapping until I've used up all of this. Excuse me, I am so sorry. I don't even know where all this is coming from. See how I'm just twisting and just kind of wrapping it. And just filling in around here. I'm going to add a little glue right there because it's sticking up. And then I'm going to just tuck this under right here. So that we have the netting all around the top. Like that. Now I do have another flower that I also made that we might use on here. I'm not sure. This was another one that I made using, bits and pieces of leftover laces and trims and, just all kinds of things. But I thought maybe, let's just see what this looks like on here. Let me get my feathers out of the way. So we have that choice, which I really think I'm going to like better. Yep. So we're going to go with that one. So we'll set that aside and use it for another project. Now, I also have some tassels that Creating with Details carries that I'm going to add to this flower underneath the lid. And I'm just going to cut off these little pieces that make it, for the hanger. And I'm going to glue the flower to the top of the lid just like that. And then I'm going to lift up this area right here, and I'm just going to add a dab of glue there, and just add a couple more, just a little more, a few more dangles in there. See, so it looks like that. Now, I am going to, at this point, start adding a few different things, and you're probably going to think she's nuts, but you'll find out why in just a minute. I'm trying to build the suspense. So I have some marabou feathers, I have some of these little curly feathers, I have some cheesecloth, and I have some of these bead sprays, just a variety of things, and I'm not sure what we're going to use, but we're just going to start playing. So I think what I'm going to start with is some more of this cheesecloth, and on the edges here where I put that netting, I'm just going to start bunching these up and just kind of adding some little bits of tulle, or I mean little bits of cheesecloth to that tulle, just to give it that, you know, that shabbier look. And I'm going to do that at intervals around. I don't want to hide this. I just want to add a few pieces. This might be a little bit too thick. I think I've got 2 pieces here. Yeah, I do. That's better. And I'm just going to, like I said, just add a few pieces here and there. Some going sideways, some going, you know, up and down, just to give it that shabby kind of look. Maybe a couple more. Oh, the sun is shining and it is so nice. It has been gray for so long here, just to see the sun, even though it's still cold. And I'm hoping, they keep saying it's going to warm up. So I'm counting on them to come through with what they said. That's all there is to it. So I'm just going to add one more piece right here. And I'm not, you know, just kind of roughly shaping this. Not trying to be too specific. Okay, that's enough of the cheesecloth. These are too big. I just want some little pieces, perhaps. I'll wait on that. Now I'm going to take a few of these little sprays. These also were in that, what I had left over from that Chic and Teak, no, Sweet and Chic wall hanging kit. And I'm just going to add a few here and there, just to give it a little interest. Just kind of randomly placing them, not really any rhyme or reason, and that one's too long. But before I go any further with this, I'm going to show you why I'm doing this to the lid. I'm going to attach this beautiful bird that I have to the top of the lid. I'm just going to try and remove that little clip. Oh, maybe I won't. Yeah, I will. This came with a little clip so that you could clip it onto something else, and I just want to take that out because I don't need that. So what I'm going to do now is to glue the bird to the top here. I'm using a generous amount of glue there. I'm just kind of holding it, but I'll turn it around so you can see. I've had this bird for a while in my stash, and I thought, wow, this is the perfect opportunity to use it. Oh, there are no sticks. I've put things away and confused myself. It's so much easier when it's all just laying out there. But it's messy. I ran out of the longer glue sticks, but that's okay. Glue's glue. It'll work. So I'm just going to add glue and hold it for just a second. Now you can see that when I add this on here, basically what I'm doing is building, I don't know, kind of a nest, I guess. Oh, my cheesecloth is flapping in the wind over here. Go fix it. So now I want to add some of these feathers, because you know bird's nest has feathers. So I don't know what I've done with these other scissors, so I'll just use these for now. So what I'm just going to do is just kind of tuck some of these in here like that, just around randomly, and then I'm going to use some of the marabou feathers and let's see, yeah, like that right there. And then I'm going to put one more right here in the front, I think. Cut that down a little bit. It's a little bit too long. Yeah. And if some of the feathers come off, just dab some glue on it and stick them on there. So now I want to put a few of these little pearl sprays just here and there. And I'm just cutting off random pieces, kind of, you know, not all the same size, some small, some a little bit longer. And just kind of tucking and gluing. Just gives it a little more movement, a little more interest. Let's see, let's put one right there. Looks to be as good a spot as any. And one more. Okay, now I want to add a few of these marabou feathers because I love them. I'm going to have to order some more because that's all I have left. So I'm going to be wearing feathers for a month. So cut that off a little bit. And I'm just kind of randomly gluing them. See, like that. I'm going to put a couple in the back here. Underneath the birdie tail. Oh boy, yes. I have feathers, I have feathers, I have feathers everywhere. I think I'm going to use one more of these in the back too. Just because I have it, and why not? Okay, I'm going to put one more piece of marabou here. Oh, here's one. And there we go. I'm going to call that. You could go crazy. I mean, I would have feathers probably everywhere. Now, I have one more little thing that I want to do. And these again are some charms. Holy moly. I'm going to be sneezing before too long. These are also available in the charm section at Creating with Details. Actually, there's two pieces I want to put on here. This little bird cage that I showed you before. It's got the little bird in it. And it does have this little thing that you can hang it. I'm not going to cut that off simply because the bird would fall out if I did. But on this crown, it does have a little hanger. So I'm going to cut that off. And I am going to put the crown right on top of the little birdie's head. And yes, I did get this idea from, I forget which project it was, but it was one that, isn't that cute? Yes, it is. And I'm not going to put anything on the top of that because I think it's just cute the way it is. But I do want to put the top onto the jar here. There, I think like that. So now you can see, let me bring it down this way so you can see it better maybe. It's kind of tall. Let me see if I can bring it in a little bit. Yeah, give you an idea. And then here's the jar. Let me get back out. Maybe if I do this sideways, you'll be able to see it better. So here is the Marie image. And I can see I need to add something around where this jar connects because it looks unfinished. But that is that part, and here is the little topper. And I'll turn it around to the back so you can see. This is what I'm talking about right here. I don't like the way that that looks. So we're going to have to add something else there. And I'm not too concerned. Oh, the other thing that I did add to the Marie fan is these little doves that Creating with Details also carries. So that is pretty much the project. I hope you liked it, and I will be sharing. Whoops! I'm probably going to have to glue that down. I can see that because the bird wants to take off in flight. So I will be posting pictures. I'm not going to figure this out right now while we're on film because this has turned out to be long enough. But there's the bottom, and I'll just turn it around for you. Yeah, this is what I don't like. You can see all of the trim. It's top heavy. So I will post pictures after I get this finished. And again, if you like this project, oh, I do have the bird cage. I forgot about the bird cage. Let's see, where do I want to put the bird cage? Let me just take this off for a second. Maybe, because, you know, this Marie has a bird cage. So we have to have a bird cage in there. I think I will do that just right there. And just glue the bird cage right next to the bird, like that. Now I'm done. Promise. But if you do like this, ladies, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and until next time, God bless you. Be kind to each other, be creative, and most of all, have fun. Bye-bye.